Hello, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to use one of the properties of derivatives called the power rule of derivatives. Under the power rule, if we have an expression such as x to the n, or x raised to some exponent, we want to take the derivative of that function or that expression, then it's equal to the exponent that we have times x to the n minus 1 that we subtract 1 from the exponent. So if we take the derivative of an expression where x is raised to some nth power, that is equal to this n, which is the power or the exponent, times x to the n minus 1. We subtract 1 from the exponent. And n could be any number between negative infinity to positive infinity except 0, because if we have n equals 0, then we have a little problem. If we have x to the 0th power, it's going to be just 1, a constant. That is going to be, the derivative of that is going to be just 0. So n could be, n is equal to anything between negative infinity to positive infinity. And what are some numbers that can come in this interval, can occupy that interval? We have, like, negative numbers. Could be -2, -4, could be positive numbers like that. Or it could be irrational numbers. It could be fractions, which are rational numbers. It could be anything that can happen between negative infinity to positive infinity. And some other examples of irrational numbers are pi and e. So these are examples of some other irrational numbers. Okay, so n could be anything between negative infinity to positive infinity except 0. N cannot be equal to 0 for this particular rule. So let's go ahead and use this knowledge to solve the derivative of x to the pi. So we want to take the derivative of x to the pi. So we are going to apply this particular rule. So now exponent is a pi, so we bring pi to the front. Then we multiply it with our x term. And then we have exponent pi, and we're going to take away 1 from it. We subtract 1. So our final answer is going to be pi x to the pi minus 1. So this would be our derivative for this expression right here. Now let's go ahead and do another example. Here we have x to the pi square. So we want to take the derivative of this expression. We are still going to apply the power rule here, where x to the n is equal, derivative of x to the n equals n times x to the n minus 1. So let's write it in the derivative expression. So d over dx of x to the pi square. Now let's go ahead and apply this. So we have pi square becomes a coefficient or multiplies in front times our x, this variable, and then we have pi square and we subtract 1 from it. So our answer is pi square times x to the pi square minus 1. This is our final answer, but you can simplify this exponent again if you want to. If you know about the difference of 2 square, a square minus b square, we can write it as a plus b times a minus b. And we can actually simplify this exponent in the same form, because it's a pi square minus 1 square. We just completed the difference of 2 squares. So we have pi square times x to the pi plus 1 times pi minus 1. All right, this is another form of this answer right here. So if you like my work, please go ahead and subscribe my channel so I can create more videos and you can enjoy my work. Thank you.